2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. And we've got final round coverage coming your way right now. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. It's going to be a sensational week, and we can't wait to bring you all the action here at 2K Sports. Now to the first hole. As we begin our coverage, word has snuck through to us that there's a rivalry developing between our featured player and Max Homer. Maybe he's picked something up off social media and it's got a bit of chirp going.
Max Homer loves nothing more than to roast a player's swing. I just hope that our featured player doesn't give him any cause to do so out on the course today in this matchup.
Thanks, Henny. That's lovely intel. I'll be interested to see how our featured player goes against Max Homer because he's very smart with a chirp of his own. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Not a bad play, that one. This putt is about 16 feet.
This is for birdie.
Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Steady as she goes. Nice start.
The second hole at player Sayona, Rich. Less than 500 yards, but is a par 5.
Par 5 that meanders from right to left. Just a bunker down the left-hand side you have to think about. Other than that, it's a pretty generous landing area. Second shot. Green sits above you just a little bit. 2 bunkers on the right-hand side. The bailout's going to be to the left, sitting below you. All in all, though, a very generous par 5.
Lining this one out from a fair ways.
Starting it way outside the hole.
He looked to have pulled that one. A birdie putt awaits. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. This is good going by our featured player. They're second in the standings behind Seid Tagala. The third hole at player Sayona is just a picturesque par 3.
Yes, water down the right-hand side will certainly come into play. Bunker front left and long left also could see some action. This is a beautiful, picturesque, but difficult par 3.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This putt's looking right around 28 feet, I'd say.
Starting out to the right. Watch this one.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. He's currently tied for third. As we get to the fourth hole, Rich, the big bomber's eyes just light right up.
Oh, it's going to tempt the long players, isn't it, to take a rip at it, but they got to be aware of that water and sand that comes into play down the left-hand side. If you bail out to the right-hand side, just have a short little second shot, but you got a green that's tiny in size with all kinds of movement on it.
This is his second shot. Currently a shot off the lead. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to break to the right.
Looking good.
And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. And after that hole, they sit in second, just one place behind the leader, Seid Tagala. Well, as short as the par 4 fourth is, Rich, the fifth makes up for it and then some.
Luke, I believe the name of this hole is Diablo Feo, the ugly devil, because this thing is dastardly. It's ghastly. bunkers down the right-hand side off the tee, water all the way down the left-hand side, the entire length of the hole. I wish I knew exactly the best way to play this hole. I don't, but I do know that 5 is a pretty good score.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here. Oh, that's a clutch par. And before we move to the next hole, it is Sahith Theegala leading this tournament. The 6th hole, and player Sayona really puts a premium on placing your tee shot in the right spot.
Well, that bunker right in the center of the fairway, you aim it right at it, Luke, and either you push your tee shot or pull it to avoid it. That's the best way of attacking that. From there, you've got a green in the distance that's got a couple bunkers well shy of it. They're there for aesthetics only, but a green that is hourglass in shape and just gentle movement all around.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And that will take him to 3 under. And as we get to the 7th at player Sayona, all the drama happens at the completion of the hole.
It does. You want to challenge that fairway bunker as best you can with a long iron, fairway metal hybrid. You want to be as close to this green as you can off the tee because it's an island green with danger everywhere. You don't want to come into this green with much more than a wedge in your hand.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Nice line. Oh, that would have been nice to make. Easy par, that. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 8th hole, Rich, a spectacular par 4 here at player Sayona.
Great tee shot here at the par 4 8th. Bunkers left, bunkers right. And you got a green in the distance. It's also surrounded by bunkers left and right and a waste area deep of this green. This is a beautiful setting on a beautiful golf course. Great hole.
Unfortunately, that's going to end up in a tricky spot. Chance to get 1 under the card with this putt. Ooh. Let's return to live play now. Big par saver coming up for this fella. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
And a bit of frustration starting to set in as the par just misses the hole. So close to the par, but a bogey it will be. Our leader has built a 3-shot bar for here as we head over to the next. The finishing hole to this front nine at Playa Sayona is another picturesque par 4.
Yeah, we've got waste area down the right-hand side, water in the distance. Driver probably not required off this shortish par 4. Second shot carries a water feature to a green just sitting there in the distance, very receptive. You're thinking birdie all day long.
From about 130 yards here, 5 shots off the lead. Is this one heading into the sand? He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. He's standing over his 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, right by the hole. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Job done. Let's head to the next. We have Seid Tagala leading as we move over to the next hole. Well, as we make the turn at Playa Sayona, we get straight back into it with a pretty strong par 4.
Yeah, right back into the ocean we go. It's such a picturesque scene. Sometimes you forget how difficult this second shot can be to find the green with massive runoff areas to the left and long right.
Playing from around 160 yards. 5 strokes behind our leader.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
Well, good shot that. Right inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Now lining up this putt. Still some meat on the bone. Starting this one way out to the right. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Now 4 back after that hole. The 11th hole at Playa Sayona is a par 4 that perhaps requires not your biggest drive.
Take the big stick out of your hand. Just play for position, avoiding that bunker and the water down the left-hand side. Difficulty with the second shot is this green's got an infinite edge look. It's really difficult to judge the distance as it looks so much longer than it truly plays.
Lining up from around 160 yards. 4 shots behind our leader.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
An uphill left to righter.
Yeah, that's a good line, that one. Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome. Yep, well done. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Yes, the 12th hole at Playa Sayona, Rich, is just another stunner.
I can't decide which hole out here is the most beautiful, this one or all the others. Another gorgeous setting here for this par 3. Just a couple of bunkers you got to be mindful of with your tee shot, as well as the ocean back left. However, just sit back and soak in all this beauty.
And back to the play, shall we? Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got about 27 feet from here, fellas.
Okay, good start. Now watch this one. Watch it.
A par putt on the table. And before we move to the next hole, it is Seid Tagala leading this tournament. Over to 13, and the peninsula of this pleasant golf course comes into play.
You would love to just sit up here and stripe it right at this green, but you should know better not to. Bail out to the left-hand side. Leave yourself with a pretty simple pitch and run to a tiny green. It's just surrounded by the most beautiful setting you could ever imagine.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. We have Sahith Theegala leading as we move over to the next hole. The 13th hole at Playa Sayona is as pretty as any hole on the course, but 14's not far behind it.
I mean, it just doesn't stop, does it? Every single hole is a postcard moment. I just love the design and use of taking all of these green complexes and putting them as close to the ocean as possible. It just makes every hole pop beautifully. What a wonderful short par 3 that is absolutely diabolical.
Always loved the high draw. What an impressive shape. Wow, what a shot. This putt coming up is for birdie. And that should secure the par on this one. This is good going by our featured player. They're second in the standings behind Sahith Theegala. Okay, over to 15 we go at Playa Sayona, and it is the final par 5 on the golf course.
Waist area down the left-hand side of this hole is going to see a lot of action as players are going to bail left, not wanting to find the ocean with their tee shot. From there, it's going to take a pretty challenging iron to lay up into a zone, not wide. And then the third shot, once again, in a green setting right on the ocean's edge. This is another stunning hole, yet very challenging.
Well, this player's been making some moves on the leaderboard, Rich.
We expected to see someone come out of the pack to contend for this title. This player is doing just that. This one's not going to get there. Coming up short.
I know, Rich, that is a player after your heart.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left. No harm done. Nestled it up close.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
As we update the leaderboard, this player is currently sharing top spot alongside Sahith Theegala. The finishing stretch here at Playa Sayona starts here with the par 4 16th.
And we've got a couple of fairway bunkers down the right-hand side. Miss those to the left-hand side, and you will hit your second shot into an island, quote-unquote, green. Not surrounded by water, but surrounded by sand. This is a challenging par 4, but should be able to avoid any large numbers.
Is this one heading into the sand? Yep. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
That away, come on.
Well, let's take a look at what Max Homa can deliver here. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And before we move to the next hole, it is Seid dabei leading this tournament. We get on the tee at 17, Rich. This is a hole you really want to make sure you position your ball properly.
Only the long hitters want to take on that waste bunker down the right-hand side. All the others out to the left-hand side. And there's an opening here that players might want to think about chasing their golf ball into, because this second shot, ooh, it is dangerous.
What a drive, look at that.
Well, he's got a chance to win this title. Will he stand up and deliver? Yeah, that one will play. From around 140 yards here. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. And he's hit that inside the range.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Here's Max Homer now. 5 shots off the lead.
Thing of beauty right there, a thing of beauty.
Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Well, this is an important putt. Is it a must make?
It is a must make, and I'm excited to see what they can produce.
As we update the leaderboard, this player is currently sharing top spot alongside Seid dabei.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
And as you step on the 18th tee at Player Sayona, you're left with a unique challenge of a par 3 to finish.
And what a wonderful way to finish. Again, just a picturesque par 3. Water left, so the bunker and the waste area on the right is going to see a lot of action. Players will be delighted to walk off this par 3 with a par 3.
Here's a putt to finish his round with the clubhouse lead. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This putt's going up the hill. I think it's going to turn left to right.
Now, it's been some sharp shooting. This putt's for a final score of 66. Well, this player will now wait nervously in the clubhouse for the rest of the field to finish. Currently tied for first.
He'll be sitting around waiting anxiously to see exactly how this thing plays out.
Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Cannot wait. Was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
Love this scenario, Rich. Extra holes, sudden death. Here we go.
Oh, let's get into this. I can't wait.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. It all comes down to this. Make it, and the playoff continues. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup. There it is. Unfortunately, not able to walk away with a victory, but an impressive display nevertheless.
At the end of the day, could have been the pressure, could have been the grind, who knows. He did a great job of hanging in there for as long as he did, but in the end, couldn't pull out a win.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale. And from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.